What's up, everybody? Tony Pizza Guy here. We have some breaking news. This is huge. This is so big. I'm going to make it an OMG Wrestling podcast special. So it's going to be on the iTunes and it's going to be on YouTube and all this stuff. So if you're not on iTunes, go to omgwrestling.com. And we have some big news. We're going to talk about this right now. This is coming out of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm going to kind of explain this in the best terms possible. You probably know by the title, but let's go ahead and go back a little bit and let's talk about this. Right now, it's looking like AJ Styles is WWE bound. Also on that list, we have Doc Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson. You might remember Doc Gallows as Festus, Luke Gallows in TNA. The Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson are a great tag team, and they're going to come to WWE. But right now, it looks like AJ Styles is the first member to be brought over to WWE. Also rumored on the list is Tama Tonga and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, Tama Tonga, not sure. That one's the last rumor, but Shinsuke Nakamura was one that I've heard that WWE was interested in, and now it's looking like he is going to come over, but he is the current Intercontinental Champion, but they have been moving the pieces. The puzzle pieces are moving. So let me go ahead and talk to you about New Japan Pro Wrestling, what's actually happening, and how this all plays out in WWE terms. So, Bullet Club is for real, for life. You've heard about the Bullet Club. They're the hottest faction in New Japan Pro Wrestling. You remember a guy named Finn Balor? Yes, he used to wrestle as Prince Devitt in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Well, him and Bad Luck Fale actually started the Bullet Club with Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. Back in the day, they were the first ones to actually join up and create the Bullet Club. So there you go. That's how the Bullet Club got started. Then eventually you had a bunch of other people join them. You had the Young Bucks join them. Tama Tonga joined them. And then as time went on, Prince Devitt, his contract was coming up in New Japan, and he said, you know what? I'm going to take my chances in WWE. I want to go to WWE and see what I can do. And then that led to him actually leaving the Bullet Club. So he actually left the Bullet Club and he went to WWE. So what does that mean? That means that there is no leader in the Bullet Club. The second leader was Carl Anderson, but AJ Styles left TNA. His contract was up with TNA. And the rumors are circulating, what is he going to do? Is he going to go back to Ring of Honor? Is he going to go to New Japan? Well, he did both of those things. He actually went to New Japan, and in New Japan Pro Wrestling, he actually joined the Bullet Club and became the new leader, actually doing the Bloody Sunday, which was Prince Devitt's move, and solidified himself as the leader of the Bullet Club. Eventually, he became the IWGP Heavyweight Champion and had a great reign as that. But as time goes on, AJ Styles wasn't capturing those wins in the Bullet Club. He was getting those big matches, and the last match that he actually had was with Shinsuke Nakamura for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Now, Shinsuke Nakamura is basically a Japanese version of Daniel Bryan in the layman terms. Now, he's a little different than that. He's more like a Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, but he is the king of strong style. You may have heard that before. So, Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles fight at Wrestle Kingdom. And what happens? Shinsuke Nakamura defeats AJ Styles. When you were wondering what is going on with AJ Styles, rumors were circulating that his contract was coming up in New Japan Pro Wrestling and that he was going to go to WWE. Nobody really knew what was going to happen. We were waiting for Wrestle Kingdom to say, you know what, if AJ wins that Intercontinental Championship, he's probably not going to WWE. But he had a match with Shinsuke Nakamura. Didn't even hit the Styles Clash one time, and Shinsuke Nakamura beat him after doing two Bombayes to the face, which is that running knee that Daniel Bryan does. And now AJ Styles lost. Let's go to the next day, which is today. They have New Year's Dash. It happens every time after Wrestle Kingdom. It's the next event. They do it all the time. New Year's Dash, there was a tag match, and we actually saw Kenny Omega. Now, if we want to talk about Kenny Omega, he came in during the AJ Styles reign. He was a new face into New Japan. He is a Gaijin, and I didn't really explain that, but the Gaijin in New Japan Pro Wrestling are the white guys. They did a lot of the American heel stuff that wasn't seen in Japan. In Japan, they basically come out and they're like, I want to wrestle you, you want to wrestle me, let's have a match. And I think that sometimes TNA should do that And we're just talking off task, but let's talk about this for a second, a smidge. If TNA would just have little storylines like that, hey, I want to wrestle you, you want to wrestle me, let's have an awesome match. That's been what New Japan does, and it works for them. So Kenny Omega joined the Bullet Club a while back. And what happened was he was a junior heavyweight. And what that means is that's basically like a cruiserweight title in the WWE or WCW, if you remember that. It's like once you're in there, you got to break out of it. You have to get out of that to get to the heavyweight division. And this is Kenny Omega's time. Kenny Omega said, you know what, AJ Styles, we gave you those big matches. You know what, I fought as a junior heavyweight. I stayed there for you. We gave you all the money. I took a pay cut so you could be in the main events and give you those big matches. But you know what? You didn't make it with Shinsuke Nakamura. You did not beat Shinsuke Nakamura. I just pinned Shinsuke Nakamura, and I am now the leader of the Bullet Club. You are gone. Boom! Kicked him out of the Bullet Club, and then the rest of them, like Doc Gallows, and you had Carl Anderson, and Cody Hall, Scott Hall's son, were like, wait, what's going on? Are you, why'd you do that? And then Too Sweet, they put up the Too Sweet. They're like, yeah, we're together. Kenny Omega puts him in the Styles Clash. Young Bucks super kick him, then hits him with the Styles Clash. Boom! AJ Styles is now out of the Bullet Club, and Kenny Omega is the new leader. Holy crap, Kenny Omega is now challenging Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship, and that's where the pieces fall. I was telling you earlier, Shinsuke Nakamura is rumored to go to WWE. Well, now you shift Kenny Omega over there, and if you put Kenny Omega up against Shinsuke Nakamura, have Kenny Omega win, take that Intercontinental Championship to the Bullet Club, make the Bullet Club even stronger, and then you can have Shinsuke Nakamura go to WWE, and that's a puzzle piece that is going to fit in New Japan and make WWE storylines. It's going to work for everybody. The question is, though, where does AJ Styles go right now? Is he going to go straight to WWE? Is he going to go to NXT? He has some dates with Ring of Honor he's going to fulfill. WWE always likes guys to fulfill their dates. You know, with Samoa Joe, he fulfilled his dates, but he was still on WWE TV. He was on NXT. So, is AJ Styles going to go to WWE? That is the big question right now. And we're also wondering about Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson. Are they coming straight? Because it looks like they're aligning themselves with Kenny Omega and staying with the Bullet Club at this current moment. Now, anything could happen, and they could swerve us, and Kenny Omega could piss them off, and then they could leave the Bullet Club, or they could stay with the Bullet Club and not go to WWE and maybe go a little bit later. But right now, it's looking like the puzzle pieces are this. AJ Styles got kicked out of the Bullet Club. Whether he's going to continue to feud with them and be a top face in the company, or if he's going to go to WWE. Let me explain this. AJ Styles is one of like 4 top guys in New Japan Pro Wrestling. You have Shinsuke Nakamura, you have Okada, and you have Tanahashi, and you have AJ Styles. Those were the top 4 in New Japan Pro Wrestling. AJ Styles leaving, you need to make another top guy, and I think Kenny Omega is right up there. He's chiseled, he's great, he's awesome. He's now the leader of the Bullet Club. Kenny Omega, the star's the limit. The sky's the limit for him. Seriously, that guy's going to be huge. He's got the look. He's so unique. He's such a unique wrestler. When he first came into New Japan, I wasn't sure, but joining the Bullet Club and all that, wow, this guy he's ready. So that is the way that New Japan Pro Wrestling actually worked. You have the Bullet Club, who are the Gaijin, which are the white pig Americans who do the dirty tactics that nobody else in Japan does. They curse and all that because they can get away with it because Japanese people don't speak English. Some of them do. Some of them understand when they throw the cuss words. But this is a very, very exciting time. It looks like AJ Styles WWE bound, and we could see Shinsuke Nakamura, Doc Gallows, Machine Gun Carl Anderson, and Tama Tonga going to WWE. Tama Tonga, I don't know where he fits in the puzzle, but I've heard rumors about him going over to WWE. And I do think that if you take Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson as a tag team in WWE, wow, that is a force to be reckoned with. Because Doc Gallows, as Festus, when he left WWE, he was kind of not sure what he was going to do, but he's really come onto his own, and he's really became a great wrestler, and he's been a great tag team with Machine Gun, and I think they're one of the best tag teams in all the world right now. And if WWE can get AJ Styles, they can get Shinsuke Nakamura, who is probably my favorite wrestler right now, just so fun to watch. He's been the best for years, and just his whole style, everything about him is just amazing. So you get AJ Styles, You get him, Shinsuke Nakamura. You get Doc Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Wow, what a force to be reckoned with. You get Tama Tonga too, who's Samoan. You can throw him right in there. WWE loves Samoans. Wow, 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 wow. WWE has got a huge acquisition here. It looks like they have some talent exchange with New Japan Pro Wrestling, considering they were able to use some footage when they were doing the Finn Balor stuff. And you know that we also had Jushin Thunder Liger come over. There's a good relationship with Ring of Honor, we know, with CM Punk and his DVD and everything that's going on. So this is probably as big as CM Punk leaving WWE. I am serious with that. This is so huge. This is the biggest moment in wrestling in a long, long time. If AJ Styles finally goes to WWE, that will be the day that WWE is going to be the greatest wrestling company of all time. I know that they are number one, but they have been struggling. They have been trying to find that right path between legends and new stars, and I think we have a great mix. You have a veteran like AJ Styles who's been all around the world. He's a number one star. He's literally the best wrestler in the entire world, going to New Japan and being the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. That means you're the best wrestler in the world. Not best sports entertainer, but best wrestler in the world. And AJ Styles was in a class of his own, and he is so big to the wrestling world. If you bring in a legend like him to go in the main roster or go into NXT, wow, just think of the matches. We could have AJ Styles taking on Samoa Joe at NXT TakeOver, or Shinsuke Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan. Yes. Sky's the limit there. I am so excited now. This is the biggest news ever. Like, I have a huge grin on my face. I ran to my office because I knew I had to make a video on it. So I hope that I have explained it to you guys what New Japan Pro Wrestling is all about. I hope I explained it. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. But it's not that difficult to understand that AJ Styles was a part of TNA Wrestling. He was the number one wrestler in TNA Wrestling. Left TNA to provide for his family and make himself happy. Went to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Made the best move possible for him because he became IWGP Heavyweight Champion, which is the number one belt in the world. He did that, and now he says, I need to provide for my family. He never denied the rumors of going to WWE, and now he is going to go to the WWE and make a name for himself. It's just a matter of time when he goes over there. We know he's going to go over there. And we know that Doc Gallows, Carl Anderson, all them make the right move. You know what? You leverage, you pair up, right? You make a team, you pair up, and you go, you know what, WWE? We want to come to you, and we have a great team, and we are awesome together. How awesome would it be to have some sort of formation of the Bullet Club? You take AJ over there, you take Doc Gallows, you take Carl Anderson, make your own faction with Finn Balor. Oh, yes! Will it happen? Probably not. It could happen, though. You never know. But this is a great time for, you're finally seeing these really, really stellar independent wrestlers getting their due, and I think this is the best time to be a wrestling fan. 2016 is such a huge time, and I think anything is possible right now. You could see a debut in the Royal Rumble. Probably not. I'm thinking they're going to put him through NXT, but wow. If they just let them be themselves and they let them be awesome. I mean, look at Finn Balor. Seriously, he is amazing. They let him be himself. Look at Kevin Owens. Wow. Do the same with AJ Styles. Do the same with Doc Gallows. Do the same with Machine Gun. Do the same with Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm so excited about that one. This is just a big day for us, and I really do appreciate you guys sticking around, staying with this, and watching this far in the video. But if I didn't explain it, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any questions, I will come back and we will discuss it. Anyway, guys, this is such a huge day in the wrestling world. Dave Meltzer's reporting it, so it's got to be true. It's got to be true. Dave Meltzer never lies. He's always the number one source in professional wrestling. So, AJ Styles, WWE bound, Shinsuke Nakamura, Doc Gallows, Machine Gun Carl Anderson, Tama Tonga possibly. Wow. What a huge day in the wrestling world. Anyway, guys, make sure you hit that like button if you enjoy this video. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Go to omgwrestling.com. Click on the iTunes button. Hit subscribe. That way, you can get it straight to your headphones every time we do a new episode. Woo! I'm out of breath, but I'm super excited for this. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. As always, Tony Beats Guy, frag out.